Storm Emeralda. These are the day one prices, so I'll hit refresh. Formula One Man was saying that Card Rush broke, which I don't think it is broken now, but it probably has broken through the day. So where are we? So we're at Card Rush, which is, I'm not going to say the best store, but I'm going to say it's the best metric if you're an international card collector for understanding what day one prices are like in Japan. Now, if you're new here and you're watching this at YouTube and you're wondering whether it's worth buying cards from Card Rush, these days, I don't know, Card Rush, the condition of the cards, not that great. They can be kind of damaged or off center, and you're paying a premium versus what the card is worth internationally. So you got to consider that too. And sometimes it's cheaper to just buy the cards locally because people who get Japanese cards from rip and shippers or boxes they've opened are just like, well, shit, I spent 300 Australian dollars on this box and I got like doo-doo pulls. I just want to get some amount of money back. I'll sell this art rare for like $5. So it's very easy to get Japanese cards from sellers that are desperately trying to offload after having overspent on boxes or rip and ships. How good Card Rush is these days compared to 2022? A night and day. It used to be great back in like 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, but now it's like, yeah, not as good. But you can still use it. These are Card Rush's day one prices. Like I said earlier, the day one prices in Japan in card stores most likely much lower than this. I want to say much lower than this. In my experience, 70 to 60% lower than what you're seeing here. But it's a constantly moving target because the buy price, sell price, it's market dictated. So depends on how many people are coming in and selling the cards back to the card stores. Depends on which cards are trending as popular or not. It depends on how much stock is actually out there in the wild. Whether people have gotten their boxes from the Pokemon Center Online Japan, because they can sometimes take a day or two to be shipped to people in Japan. It's just, there's like a multitude of reasons, right? So take them with a grain of salt, but also let's have a look at them because they're actually kind of funny. All right, so first card off the rank, which is just ridiculous, but I don't know, man. I feel like collectors, and they're not the audience for the cards like this. These cards, like the audience is just, yeah, the target audience, right? Or consumer base, just people with money, really straight up. People that like gold, shiny things. I mean, I spoke about this a little bit in the video that I'm making. I feel like people treat gold cards as just like a trophy. Like objectively, this does nothing for me. Half the time when I look at a gold card, an MUR, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. If I didn't know anything about Pokemon, I wouldn't be able to tell you what shape or form or like character I'm looking at. I wouldn't be able to discern the Pokemon. You only know that this is Mega Rayquaza because you know what Mega Rayquaza looks like. That is one of the big fundamental flaws with the MUR card. Like you look at Mega Golurk and it can be like a bit busy-ish, like there can be stuff going on, but you know that when you're looking at this, you're like, oh, okay, that Pokemon is Golurk. Like I can see the form of it. It's a big statue, Colossus looking thing. Okay. And it's like made out of stone, armor, metal, iron, I don't know, right? But Golurk, right? Okay, I can see it. Got it, right? You look at MUR Mega Rayquaza Gold and you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? It's just like, I can see the form of something, but like you only know that it's got arms because you're like, are those like arms? It's like, are those arms or 2 arms? Are there 4 arms? Are there 3 arms? Like how many arms this guy got? Like, is it flying? Is it standing? Does it have legs? I can't see him. Where are the wings? I don't know. Like, is it flying? Is it sitting? What the fuck? Like, what is it doing? What's this stuff on its face? Like, what am I looking at? So if you're collecting these, I feel like you're either like, you love collecting Pokemon cards, so you want to master set them, or you just like having the trophy that everybody or somebody else wants. And the price, I think, is reflective of that too. So the reason why it's 300,000 yen right now, which is 3,000, basically close to 3,000 Australian dollars, or I don't know, you want to say like 2,700 Australian dollars, right? Is because it's hard to get and a lot of people want it. You know, apparently the pull rates for these are like 1 in 50 boxes or something like that. I don't know, but it's relative to the price of a box now as well, because if a box was super cheap, then obviously the cards inside would be cheaper. So because the boxes are expensive, pulling it is really tough. So the buy-in to gamble for it is higher. But come on, 300,000 yen? I mean, not even like objectively beautiful looking cards. Not even the Rayquaza VMAX special art was that much on launch. That was 800,000 yen, 80,000 yen for those playing or who remember. And Umbreon, I think, was like, Umbreon VMAX special art from EV Heroes was like 70,000 at most yen on launch, and then it dropped down to 35,000. So it's just a card that's LARPing as a trophy card. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. Alrighty. So next up, second most expensive card in the set right now is this. 138,000 yen for the Mega Rayquaza EX SAR, which is insane. So that is from memory. I think that's the most expensive a Mega SAR has cost from a special art rare on release for the Mega Evolution era. It's 600 USD on Sneaker. Like I said, I don't think this is how much it is selling for in Japan right now. That's 96,000 yen converted on Sneaker, right? Which you guys are saying. So I'd say that's probably closer to what it is in Japan, in Japanese card stores right now. I'd say that's closer to what it is. In fact, I reckon a good way to work out how much it is in card stores right now is to look up what the buy price is at stores like Dragon Star. I'm not seeing a lot of I'm not seeing buy prices for it just yet online on Twitter. The card stores in Japan probably have literally just opened. I don't even think Dragon Star's open yet. They probably open at 11 a.m. It's 1 p.m. now, so they would have just opened in Japan right now. Zard was like 70 to 80k at launch. There you go. All right. Look, I am not the biggest fan of this card. I don't love this card. It's fine. You know what I mean? But the weird thing with this card is that like objectively, it's a good illustration of Mega Rayquaza. So like, it's not as if it's a bad illustration of Mega Rayquaza. It's not as if it doesn't look like Mega Rayquaza. It's not as if it doesn't look like, or it's not posed as Mega Rayquaza or Rayquaza would pose as. But I think the issue with it is that it's not anything more than that, in that it's just an image. It's just an illustration of Mega Rayquaza, and that's it. So at that point, there's no real difference between this illustration or the stock illustration of Mega Rayquaza, together with a background that has a level of detail to it. So it's always a weird one when I'm, not so much appraising, but discussing. I want to say criticizing, but it is criticizing illustrations, especially Pokemon card illustrations, because as somebody who, has creative passion and works in a moderately creative field, I understand the struggle and difficulties of creating something, period, whether it's a video or an illustration or whatever. And so I don't think it's necessarily right to just say it's a bad video or it's a bad illustration. I'm always quite sensitive or careful and cautious about the verbiage I use when discussing illustrations, cards, art. But I think the core of how I feel about it is that the artist, Kazuki Minami, and you guys were saying this and most people know this now, which is the artist that drew this card, right? I'll bring this over. Which is the Pikachu from the illustration contest. So this is the winner of the illustration contest. For me, the issue is that it's a good illustration and, like I said, depiction of Mega Rayquaza, but there's nothing more to it than that. There's no, and you guys are saying in the chat here, there's no story. Where's the inspiration, right? There's nothing more to it than it just being a picture. And I feel my first thought is, I feel like this artist is capable of more, in that, yeah, of course, they can draw a Mega Rayquaza. They drew a really fucking good Mega Rayquaza. They drew a great illustration of Mega Rayquaza, coloring, detail, everything. It looks cool. It's a good depiction of them. But is it the best utilization of their skill set? And I think no, because this is nice. This is a nice illustration of Pikachu. It's a good illustration and drawing of Pikachu, objectively, that looks like Pikachu, right? So they can obviously draw Pikachu, but the setting, the situation, the pose, right? It tells you a lot more. It gives a lot more. The card and the illustration feels warm. You feel comfortable. You look at it and you feel nostalgic, or you feel like you maybe get taken to, for me anyway, when I look at this, I'm I don't know, I feel like I'm in a park. I feel like I'm in the backyard and I'm just thinking about nothing and I'm just chilling. It's a nice warm day and the sun's shining and I can feel the sun on my skin. It's Sunday and there's nothing to do. So I'm just relaxing and I don't feel pressure, and that's it. And I feel kind of sleepy. I might lie down for a bit. I might read a book. I don't know. That's what I feel like when I look at this card. That is all just from an illustration that Kazuki Minami has illustrated, and they've done a really good job, right? So they've evoked some kind of feelings, stuff out of me, memories, right? I'm thinking about more than just pretty picture. When I look at the Rayquaza, I'm just Mega Rayquaza, and that's it. It starts and ends there. So I don't think it's the best use of their skill set. And that always comes down to commission with Creatures Inc. as well. So it's not like Kazuki Minami decided I just want to draw a fancy card and that's it. Creatures commission would have been, this is the pose, this is the setting, positioning. We want something like this. Come back to us. This is their first sketch. All right, looks good. Change these details. The hands should look like this. The wings should look like this. Blah, 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 blah. Goes through 3 or 4 or 5 revisions. Done. But they get a brief directly from Creatures. So there's not a whole lot the artist can do when Creatures is saying, make it look like this. I always wonder how much of it is due to the artist and how much is TPC direction. I've always wanted to know this too. It's really difficult to find and understand that specifically. Maybe because they use green and yellow, which blends together instead of complementary colors to make Ray stand out more. I mean, having looked at the other cards, like the Groudon and the Kyogre in this set, I think the intent was to make these cards sort of mesh into the stadium cards. Again, highly limited. I feel like the artists have been very limited by what they can do with these cards. It's just boring. Yeah, and the background is very busy. Like I don't like these busy background SARs. Like they just don't do it for me. As for the price, like I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to the prices for this set. This is more so you guys know what's going on, and we have like a record of it. It's nice to have a record of the prices as they inevitably drop. But yeah, plus 1,000 AU or close to 1,000 AU for this is crazy work. Crazy work. Bound to drop, but I don't know. The least likely to drop out of all the cards in this set. Okay, this card I think is fantastic. So I think this is probably the best looking card from the set. My take. One of the best looking cards. The Groudon and the Kyogre art rares look really nice, right? But this is awesome. This is probably my favorite card from the set by far. And I'm so glad that this is not the chase and the set isn't called fucking Lightning Raikou or like Lightning Bolt or like Thunderous Lightning or like Thunderstrike. Because if it was and Raikou was the cover Pokemon, then this card would be like $1 bajillion. But because it's not the cover Pokemon, it's much cheaper. 16,800 yen. This will get cheaper, 100%. So I'm just going to wait. But this is an awesome, awesome card. So much more going on. Now, I think this is quite a busy card as well, but it makes sense. And I think this is a great example of like how important it is to have either motion in the card or an action or like direction and drive, not just like whether they're facing left or right, or like a story, okay? Because Mega Ray is just like, Mega Ray, a Mega Ray, motherfucker. Whereas Raikou's like, I'm going somewhere, like I'm moving and I've come from, you know, that mountain, that mountain, that mountain. It's almost like Raikou is like pouncing from peak to peak to peak, from spire to spire to spire, right? And you can see that from that spire, this spire, this spire, this spire, and they're progressively coming closer because they're larger. Until you get to this one, which is where you're at. And Raikou is like straight up like, doof. And then there's all the lightning coming out. And you can say the lightning is like quite busy as well, but it's coming from something because Raikou is like fucking going so fast and riding the lightning that it's like, holy shit, is it lightning or is it Raikou? I don't know, but it's coming and it's here and it's hitting and there's impact. There's like an impact frame. And I think of Johto and I think of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and I'm feeling some stuff, you know? I don't know where this is. Like, I don't know where this actually is, where this mountain is, but I'm there. I'm here. And then on top of that, it's a great depiction of Raikou. It actually quite reminds me of this. I get the vibe. Oh, you guys kind of turn around and pointing. You know, it reminds me of the illustration by Arita from Heart Gold Soul Silver era. Yeah, it will, which is probably why you're saying it gets those vibes rubbing in. Like, it reminds me of that. I just think it's a much better card. This one is by Oku. So we can have a look at some of their other cards. Oh, they drew that Chi-Yu that I think is like super fucky. Oh, wait, we were speaking about Oku the other day because we were going through Black Bolt White Flare. Right. So they did the Pawniard. That's right. We were speaking about them the other day. And the Bi-Sharp or the B-Sharp. So they have history of drawing bangers. Like this was a banger card. Again, like you can see these two are either in battle or it's a reflection of how fast Scizor is moving, that their silhouette or their shadow or like their form is like in the background. And it's all red. Yeah, I like this too, that it's all one color. Same with the Golisopod. Cool card. I don't like this Pokemon at all, but I think this is a great card. It's a really, really good card. I think the artist just carries this card. This is probably the best depiction of Golisopod I've ever personally seen. I think it's my favorite. We were talking about this as well, the Scolipede. I like this card too. They're all really good. All really good cards. But yeah, I think if this hits like 7,000, 5,000 or 7,000 yen, I'm going to get a couple of copies. I wouldn't mind having like a spread of these, like 3 cards. Having a row would be cool. All right, Zinnia. This is a very, very nice card. It's by Tazidor. So I didn't actually look at the leaks before it came out. I know people say, look, I saw some of them. I didn't look at all of them. I saw the Ray and there was another one and I laughed. Can't remember which one it was. But I didn't see this one. So this is my first time seeing this. I didn't know that it was by Tazidor. So it's a pick it up for sure, 100% card because it's Tazidor. It's a very, very good SAR trainer card. It's a very good depiction of Zinnia. I think Zinnia is probably one of the coolest trainers. This is really good. There's not really much more to say. The SAR trainers are kind of weird. The SAR trainers don't really do a whole lot. Like they don't really tell a whole lot of a story. They're just extra detailed illustrations of trainers. So if you like collecting trainers, they're good because you get 2 versions of the trainer card. Whereas in the past, there was just the one. So chasing trainers was a little bit different. If you liked trainers, it was fun, depending on who drew it, and it was usually like Naoki Saito, Kirisaki. That was like the go-to for trainers. Now with the SAR trainers, we get a lot of variety in the artists that depict them. So it's kind of cool. If you're an artist collector, you get an extra kind of variant of card to add to your binder for your artist. But also because there's so many different artists drawing the trainers, you get so many different depictions of them. So I think SAR trainers are a very fun addition. It's cool. Like it gives you Sky Pillar vibes. It gives you Alpha Ruby Omega Sapphire vibe. Like it gives you Gen 3. This is a shame with this set is that they just didn't go like full Gen 3 on it and make it like a Black Bolt, White Flare kind of set and like fully lean into it and have it just be Gen 3 Pokemon. I don't know why. They literally hit like a great idea, did it once and then never did it again, which is just insane. Anyway, 9,480 yen. I reckon this will get to like, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 yen. This is, I mean, what can I say? I don't know. You get this and you're pissed off. It's fine. It's better than what they used to be, but I still think they just need to abolish these cards. I still think it would be better that you get no hit rather than this hit and then you were pissed off. Like, it's better if you get no full art slop cards. I reckon it's just better that your box doesn't have a hit instead of you get a hit, but it's this. But that's just my opinion. It's absolutely unequivocally not similar to the SAR. Let's be serious, Bionicle. I'm sorry. Not to be disrespectful, but that is a crazy ass take. It's absolutely not comparable. Is it better than the SAR? Again, just stop fucking talking bullshit. Come on, man. Let's be serious. I know we all want to take our little stabs at TPCI and, you know, creatures with our unhappiness and our discontent, but come on, guys. Can we be serious? It's not better than this. Come on. Try again. Rubber, Bionicle, come on. Try again. You really believe that? Well, I skipped ahead to the Kyogre. Okay, this is a good card. A lot of the art rares in this set, really, really good. This, like, is it like the best? Is it the best card ever? No. Is it good? Yes, it's good. At least you know where it is. At least you can, it makes sense, you know? They're riding a wave. I don't know if that's a thing that, like, beasts do. Do like whales do that? Do whales ride waves? Kyogre, I'm sure in the lore rides waves at some point. Do whales actually ride waves though? This is really good. I like this a lot. It's just really weird that they didn't include and make it a sole Gen 3 set. It's so weird. Nurikabe. Oh, Nurikabe has illustrated one of the Gen 3 legendaries already with the Groudon. There you go. Interesting. Well, they've drawn in Black Bolt, White Flare. Oh, they did Drudigan. It's really good. This is a really good card. Is it going to be 2,780 yen for a long period? No, I don't think so. Probably lands closer to like 1,000, 1,000, 1,200 yen, somewhere around there. But like, this is just a testament to how good art rares are, where like, if you hit this card, you would be so happy. It's a cool Pokemon, so hitting it is cool, but then it's also a really good illustration as well. So you're just stoked. It's the kind of card I hope would be like really cheap, so that if you had a Gen 3 themed binder or something, you could do like a binder page of it. We did skip ahead there, but we've got another Golisopod and it's just not as good, is it? It's just not as good. The artist-specific card website, this is Art of Pokemon, which I use as much as I possibly can without forgetting for all of the, whenever I'm looking for an artist or their portfolio of all the different cards they've drawn. Art of Pokemon JP. Yeah, I don't like this. It's just, I just don't like it. It's not doing it for me, which is crazy because this is by Nagimiso. And I usually, with like every Nagimiso card as well, I borderline artist apologist, where like an artist I really like could draw an objectively, or like could draw a generally perceived boring card by most of the collectors base, and I'll be like, nah, there's still good reasons to like it. Nah, for me, I'm just like, damn. Golisopod is a difficult Pokemon to like work with. More credit to Oku for their Golisopod and why it's so good. Like, I feel like Golisopod in action is just not the best way to portray Golisopod. It's not it. You know what I mean? Ominous and like weird is better. Like, this is just a better way to draw Golisopod. You don't have to draw it looking like all action like and cool like. No, this is like a 10-year-old thinks this is cool, and this is like cultured and mature people think this is cool. You know what I mean? And it's such a weird Pokemon to put in a race set. I mean, this is the problem with the mega. This is the issue with the megas, right? And them wanting to give every mega a card, is that they then have to do this, where like the cards have no synergy. The sets have no synergy and everything's all over the place. Like, they're forced into a corner where they have to just have the sets be a mesh of different Pokemon that don't fit together organically. But since it's the mega, it should be in combat, the regular one in their normal environment. Oh, you reckon that's the angle? Well, that is like an insanely good point. Dude, you could be chatter of the fucking year with that call. This guy's locked in. Nicholas is actually locked in. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. I get it now. You know what I mean? I get it now. Yeah, doesn't do it for me. Okay, so then what about the Golurk then? Okay. So that is very true. Golurk is going to be such a cheap card. I'm not a big Golurk fan. But yeah, they're not really in battle, are they? Or are they like approaching battle? Are they post battle? There's like battle elements to it. Lorcana R card is a crazy pull. That is a crazy thing to say. I kind of see it though. I kind of see it. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this. This is like more of a reason to not open up this set because all the like a lot of the cards, like Golurk's going to be like 1,000 yen. Golisopod's, there's no way that stays around there. That'll be like fucking 800 yen. Zinnia's probably going to get to like 4,000 yen. Raikou's probably going to get to 7,000 yen. And then at that point, like you're never going to fucking get this card unless you have a lot of disposable income or you love gambling. Just come to terms with it. I just accept it. I'm not willing to spend that much. I could if I wanted to, but it would just be like, cool, minus $1,000 this month for no reason if I got to be responsible. So I just accept it. I'm like, I'm not getting this card. Fine. This is a nice card. It's not like my favorite because it's not my favorite Pokemon, but it'll be cheap as hell. This I really like. This is probably one of my favorite art rares from the set. Ooh, I didn't know it was Ryota Murayama. There you go. That makes sense. This is good. It is really good. Setting makes sense. The pose is good. I like the lava fucking flowing onto them as well, like dripping down onto their back. This is really good. This actually, okay, so then looking at this, I literally was thinking about when I first played Pokemon Ruby and like where I was as a child or as like a kid. I was a teenager when I played it. This actually takes me back. Not core memory, but I am thinking about when I was playing it and like remembering when I was playing this when I was that, like for the first time, which is crazy. This gives like first time you encounter Groudon. This is really good. I like this over the other Groudon by Nurikabe. Yeah, I like this is better than Nurikabe's Groudon too, in my opinion. Yeah, I think this is much better. I like how Kyogre and Groudon are facing each other. Sadly, the Ray not able to fit in well with them. So Ryota Murayama is like a goated artist. Rarely misses. Not their first rodeo with Groudon either. So this is their second Groudon. Or is it their third? Have they drawn another one? Nah. Second Groudon. I would say it's better than this one, but... Hey, and you know what? Ryota Murayama illustrated this as well. They drew this. So this is like technically their third rodeo. They know their Kyogre and Groudon well. Ryota Murayama. Love that poster. Me too. I wish I had more of them, but they got really hard and annoying to buy and I could not justify spending all that money on them. But hey, I'd love to meet Pokemon JP and see his collection in person because I know he's got a lot of them. Yeah, dude, Ryota Murayama is a heater illustrator. Just drawing bangers for days, non-stop. Always drawing bangers. This is a great card too. This was underrated for so long. People are like, wisening up to how good this card is. Great card. They've drawn Charizard plenty. They've drawn the Mew. Great card. So these are really good. I mean, I think these are better. I think the Kyogre and the Groudon are better than the Mega Rayquaza. And like I said, it's not a diss, but I just don't think it's the best utilization of their talent. I think it's an awkward commission. This is nice. I mean, it's always nice to get more Zinnia. Ghidorah. It's so weird how like Ghidorah's Dendra is so different to this. And that's got to come down to direction. Well, for sure, because Dendra was an SAR. This is just a SR full art trainer. And so those have a consistent style where they're meant to look like this. Thick black outlines. They have more of an anime vibe and they have like a consistent art style to them, even though they're often illustrated by different trainers. This Zinnia, in my opinion, is just worse than the regular art. That's so crazy. I've not seen the regular art. SR trainers all look really similar now regardless of artists. That's yeah, and I think that's art direction from creatures. I mean, it almost certainly is art direction from creatures. Yeah, I mean, this is... It's not the SAR, so it's always going to be cheaper. 2,000 yen probably gets down to like 1,000 yen, 800 yen. The SR trainer, like full art trainer, hype train is well and truly dead. No signs of that picking up again anytime soon. Oh, they drew the Mega Zeraora. I mean, I just don't like Zeraora as a mon, so they've done a few cards recently though. AZ's good. This is nice. This is funny because there's a consistency between full art trainer art styles, and these are both just SR full art trainers, but this is close. This is more akin to an SAR than this is, but AZ's SAR is like definitely an SAR. Like this is more akin to a contemporary standard full art trainer, Grimsley, right? But like it's a huge departure from Dendra, right? Where it's just like a radically different style. But that's probably because creatures gave them way more liberty with this, you know? Oh, dude, they did the Raihan SAR as well. This is a banger card. This is a good card. We didn't speak about this before. This is a good card. After that, it kind of cools off and the cards become a bit more like whatever. I do have my favorites. Obviously, this is a nice looking card. Like this is a really fun Komiya card. I feel like this is probably I don't want to say return to form, but I want to say this is probably the most expressive I've seen Komiya for some time, where it really feels like they got a lot more creative liberty than they usually do. It's not as dark, like it's not dark at all, but it's definitely funny. It's low-key kind of got like yeah, it's like low-key kind of freaky. And that's why I think that's the intent, right? It's a good card. I think this is a really good depiction and fun depiction of a Pokemon, of a Kecleon just being like, just living their best life. You know what I mean? Like carefree, relaxing, and just absolutely violent. It's fun. I don't think anybody else could draw Kecleon in this way. Not in the sense of like, oh, it's so wacky and the colors and it's like abstract, and but more so to be like, I think I'll draw Kecleon arching back, hanging from a vine, almost like, you know, they're on a pole, tongue out. Why? I don't know why it's out, but licking God knows what in the middle of nowhere, and the flowers are super abstract and it's so like bright and distorted. I don't think any artist could put them in this pose, or would think to put them in this pose together with all the other parts that make it, you know, a Komiya card. Seismitoad was like 800 to 1200 yen on release, Black Bolt White Flare. I bring that up because it's the most similar comparison. All of a sudden boomed because it went viral off of on social media when people made shorts talking about the 666 thing, and then people caught wind of it being Shinji Kanda, so people saw opportunity. Same kind of thing. Like, this is actually primed. I actually almost want to make the short. Will Pokemon ban this card because Kecleon looks like a stripper? Pokemon, Tomokazu Komiya is a famous artist, but has drawn Kecleon in an overly sexualized manner. And history says that Pokemon will normally ban cards like this. I'm just fucking riffing. But like, that is 100% the angle people will take if they want to pump this card. It actually would do numbers, 100%. So if anybody does that, this can potentially pump. And then also, if people just get wind of it being Komiya, they'll be like, oh my God, Komiya art rare. Like, this will be expensive in English because it will be a chase art rare because of Tomokazu Komiya. When that happens, I think the Japanese version will see a pump too, because that tends to happen. Okay, moving down, I'll give you my hot takes. So like anything sub 600 yen, like Enamorus, this low-key is kind of crazy. Enamorus gets another card. This is like their third either special art or art rare. I hate this Pokemon. It's not a bad card, honestly, but I think people just hate this Pokemon and don't like this Pokemon. So 600 yen, it's whatever. It's in the, you know, eventually 200 yen pile where it's not a chase Pokemon and it's not a popular Pokemon. It's a very unpopular Pokemon. So that rare just does nothing. But I want to pick that up now at 600. I'm not tripping over to buy these. These are really cool, actually. The Electivire and the Magmortar. These are really good. Are they both by Taiga Kasai? No, but they really look like it. Oh, we were looking at Rianti Hidayat before when we were looking at the Buffalon. And that makes sense. This is very similar to that Buffalon from Black Bolt White Flare. These are really good. I like these a lot. It is a bit of a shame that these two weren't shown in a way that kind of connects. They usually are fighting. And that has like serious like throwbacks to Furious Fist kind of vibes. So it's a bit of a shame. Taiga Kasai, really good artist. Love a lot of their work. I'm going to flick a bit of it on the screen here because I think Taiga Kasai is a really good artist. When their cards first dropped, I remember saying like, dude, they need to get a lot of art rares because they are so good. So you'll remember they are finalist or winner. I can't remember. Did the Greninja win? There was 3 winners this year: Bulbasaur, Arcanine, and Greninja. I can't remember which. I'm pretty sure it's Bulbasaur, Arcanine, and Greninja. I can't remember if there was 1 clear winner or 3 winners. But Taiga Kasai, really good artist. Been drawing bangers ever since. This is really good. This could be their best art rare ever. Yeah, Rend won. I'm pretty sure Rend won that year. Yeah. No, they did. They did. Thank you. Yeah, nah, this is good. Could be one of their best art rares. And the Electivire, really good. Rianti Hidayat, really nice art style. I'm going to pull this up on the screen as well. Rianti Wong on Twitter or Instagram if you want to follow them. Oh, they drew this Haunter from Start Deck 100. It's trapped in that set. Oh, they drew the Galarian Zapdos. Forgot about that. Nice card. Yeah, so both really nice cards. Maybe a bit of a missed opportunity because they could have been facing off or fighting, but I would be very, very happy if I ripped these and hit those cards. I'm not going to lie. I don't know who this character is. So you can call me a LARPer or a fake fan. Shimaris Yukichi. Well, there you go. So they drew the Groudon SAR, I'm pretty sure, from memory. This is a nice card by them, though. Did they? No, I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping. That is a different artist. Oh, I remember this artist. No, they drew the Ekans from this set. Secret base character from the remakes. From Diamond and Pearl. That's crazy. What? From Omega Alpha. Dude. He's from Alpha Ruby Sapphire. Nah, forgot. Actually deleted from the brain. Whiffed. Shimano Yukichi. This is nice by them. I love this. I think I was talking about this. I don't know if I was talking about this or I was thinking about this. No, this gives me Osada Hitmontop vibes, but same kind of very fun style that I really like. I can't imagine this being a very like expensive card at any point. Where is the Growlithe? This is nice. Yoshimoto Yoshimon. Okay. Looking them up, not ringing any bells. Different. Is this a new artist? Slurper from Ascended Heroes. We're on Cerebi. It's a Cerebi angle. This is a nice card. I like this. This is actually a really nice card. Okay, so they started, then they did Marill, they did Vulpix. That's a nice Vulpix. They did Jinx from Pitch Black. I think we were talking about this when I was opening Pitch Black. I like this. It's a nice artist. Fun artist. So debut in Mega Dream. So within the last 6 to 8 months. It's a nice card. I can see it getting pumped just because it's purely like it's a cute card. This probably goes in like a lot of cute binders. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just know that cute binder is like a style of binder. I've been told that I should start a cute binder. I should. I like cute cards, but it's good. This is like, you look at it, I mean, it's very obvious. It's very on the nose. Like you just got home, your dog's waiting for you. Your pet is waiting for you, right? This is exactly what it's like. This is what it's like when I come home to Lola. She's at the door, tail wagging, her ass is vibrating. She won't stop shaking because she's so excited. And it's nice. It feels nice to come home to that there's someone waiting for you or something. You know what I mean? So this is a really, really good card. And I'm surprised that it's 1,000 yen because I feel like people would be like frothing over this card, but I'm glad to see that. Probably goes down to like 500 yen and becomes one of like the baseline level art rares from this set. Could get pumped like we were saying because it's Gen 1, but it's pretty chill. This is like, I mean, the Altaria is nice. It's good. Actually, the Altaria is actually quite good. Kodama. Okay. Yeah, this is actually quite good. Kodama, oh yeah, Kodama drew the Fluttermane that I really, really like. This is like one of my favorite cards. This looks really good in hand because of as a reverse holo. It's a really good reverse holo because of it being an ancient type. Nah, Kodama draws bangers. Qianpao, Hisuian Samurai. They've actually drawn, oh yeah, they're an old artist. Sun Moon. Been around for ages. Greninja Zoroark. Such a good card. Dude, this is such a good card. They were cooking, man. Sun and Moon era was just too good. It was just too good. This is like a really solid set, I think. It's just a shame that, like, keep saying it, they didn't lean fully into that Gen 3 angle. They really just missed a massive missed opportunity by not doing that. And then the other really, like, I think my personal favorite art rare from this set is the Azurill. I thought this was Meryl when I first saw it, but then I'm like, I looked at it actually properly. When we were talking about Tomato Market a few streams ago, which is the artist that drew the regular art for this card, this is great. Honestly, I thought this was Naoya Kimura. I thought this was Naoya Kimura when I looked at it because it gives really strong Southern Islands feel to it, but it's Narumi Sato. But this actually is like, this feels like it could be straight out of Southern Islands. I don't know if it's because of the sepia, but this is so good. So this is my favorite art rare from the set. It's just fantastic. Absolutely love it. They absolutely nailed this card. And I wonder, off the top of my head, other cards by Narumi Sato. They have 16 cards. So Narumi Sato's art style really, really reminds me of like Naoya Kimura and Atsuko Nishida, like massively. They've only been drawing since Sword Shield. That is so crazy. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see it as well? I feel like it's like Atsuko Nishida, Naoya Kimura kind of vibes. This gives you like early Pokemon card vibes, like 100%. All their cards are bangers. No, you know what? I gotta start a Narumi Sato binder. These are all bangers. Nah, I'm gonna start this. This is doable. Like, how good is this? Come on. This is like full Pokemon. It does not get much better than that. Nah, they were cooking. This is like such a good idea conceptually. They were absolutely cooking. Too smart. Too smart. Super underrated card. No one ever speaks about this card. This is a fantastic card. I love this. I can't wait to see this in hand. And like I said, just had massive Southern Islands vibes to it the second I saw it. So I thought it was Naoya Kimura. Beautiful stuff. And I can't see it being that expensive, more than, 400 yen once the dust settles. Outside of that, I mean, the Inkay is really good too. This is a nice card. This Masquerade by Ren. I know this is by Ren. That's like just typical, like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's Ren. This is like Ren's standard. This is how Ren usually illustrates Mons. It's nice. But it's a Ren card. Oh, dude, Tetsukayama got another card. That's awesome. I have like a Tetsukayama waiting room section of binders, but I think maybe with this, it's probably time to give them like the full page in an artist binder with other artists in it. Because they are relatively new artists. They only started in the last year or two, but it looks like they're going to be consistently drawing cards and they're going to keep getting art rares. But yeah, these are nice too. There was another one, the Inkay. Oh, by Ron. That's why I think... Is that why you're speaking about Ron before? This is nice. This is really good. Inkay is just literally the Splatoon Pokemon, but this is good too. The art rares in this set are all really good. Like, and that's just... Again, like, I don't want to... It's hard when you're like talking about a card and why you don't like it, and it sounds mean. It's funny, there's B state there already. I should refresh. Did the price go up? I don't think it did. No, the price didn't go up. We're just getting damaged cards. It's always difficult when you're talking about a card that you don't exactly like and you're trying to explain why it's not your favorite or why you don't like it. But trust me when I say it, it almost always comes down to direction from creatures. It's not because the artist decided to just be bored, like be uninspired that day or whatever, or the artist is bad at drawing period. It's almost always because the direction for creatures is draw this Pokemon in this way and add these features and effects to it and make it look like this. And so you end up in these weird situations where the strengths of the artist aren't fully realized in the card, because this artist, which we were talking about before, Kazuki Minami, having won the illustrator contest with that Pikachu, it's probably better suited to drawing Pokemon in that cute, warm way, rather than like these like big, powerful kind of illustrations of the mons. But 138,000 yen, ain't no way. It's not a mid set. It's just another victim of creatures being really weird with the way that they construct and put the sets together. Lots of really nice cards, and I haven't even gone through the regulars and the commons, which I'll save for another stream, because let me tell you, I don't want to like, I don't want to be weird. It's not meant to sound weird, but like a lot of streamers don't talk for like 3 hours straight because they're either like ripping and like saying words in between or whatever, or they're like playing a game and they're talking in between. But I was just thinking about this before. I'm like, why is my voice always like very strained at the end of a stream? And it's actually insane when you think about it, how much I just fucking talk, because like I'm constantly talking the whole 3 hours. There's never any dead air when you're listening to this stream. If there is, it's for like 20 seconds tops when I'm looking up something, but I'm fucking yapping for ages.